Do you ever feel like English is impossible to learn? You try so hard, but nothing seems to work? Have you ever felt stuck while learning English? Do you want to know the secret to speaking English easily? Hi. Today, I'll show you how to fix your English problems forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to speak English confidently. Let me tell you about my friend Alex. Alex wanted to speak English because he dreamed of getting a better job. He watched videos, read books, and even practiced with friends. But after months, he still couldn't speak confidently. One day, he told me, "I just don't know why I'm failing." Does this sound like you? Here's the truth. Most people fail at learning English not because they're lazy, but because they're doing it all wrong. Today, I'll show you exactly why you're struggling and how you can fix it forever. By the end of this video, you'll know the secret to speaking English easily, even if you've failed 100 times before. So stay with me. Mistake 1. Too much grammar, not enough speaking. The first big problem is that people focus too much on grammar. They spend hours memorizing rules like past perfect continuous, but when it's time to talk, they freeze. Why does this happen? Because grammar is like the skeleton of a house. You need it, but you can't live in a house without walls. Without speaking practice, your English stays incomplete. Why it happens. Most learners think that knowing grammar rules will make them fluent. But here's the truth. Grammar helps you write correctly, but speaking requires confidence, not just rules. For example, imagine someone who knows all the parts of a car but has never driven it. Will they be able to drive? No. Similarly, knowing grammar without speaking is useless. Real-life example. I once met a student named Ravi. He knew every grammar rule. He could explain what a subjunctive clause was, but he couldn't even order food in English at a restaurant. Why? Because he had never practiced speaking. What you should do. Instead, focus on speaking first. Start with simple sentences like, "I am learning English," or "This is my book." Don't worry about being perfect. The more you speak, the more natural grammar will feel over time. Mistake number 2. No daily practice. Another reason people fail is that they don't practice every day. Imagine trying to build a wall by adding 1 brick today and then stopping for weeks. Will the wall ever be complete? No. Learning English is the same. Even 5 minutes of daily practice is better than 5 hours once a week. Why it happens. Many learners think that studying for long hours once in a while will help them improve. But here's the problem. English is a skill, not just information. Skills require consistent effort. If you stop practicing, you'll forget what you've learned. Real-life example. Think about brushing your teeth. If you brush only once a week, will your teeth stay clean? No. Similarly, if you practice English only occasionally, your progress will slow down. What you should do. Instead, make English a part of your daily routine. For example, say 1 sentence in English every morning, listen to an English song during lunch, or read a short story before bed. Small, consistent efforts lead to big results. Mistake number 3. Fear of making mistakes. Many learners are afraid to make mistakes. They think, what if people laugh at me? But here's the secret. Mistakes are your best teacher. Every mistake you make brings you 1 step closer to success. So stop being afraid and start talking. Why it happens. Fear of making mistakes stops many learners from speaking. They worry about sounding silly or being judged. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning something new, even native speakers. Real-life example. Imagine a baby learning to walk. Does the baby stop trying after falling down? No, they keep trying until they succeed. Learning English is the same. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new. What you should do. Instead, embrace your mistakes. If someone corrects you, thank them. It means you're improving. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to communicate. The more you speak, the less you'll fear mistakes. The solution. Tip number 1. Speak every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. Start small. Pick one sentence every day and say it out loud. For example, today you could say, I am learning English. Tomorrow, add another sentence, I am improving every day. Over time, these small efforts will add up and you'll feel more confident speaking. Why it works. Speaking is the fastest way to improve your English. When you speak, your brain practices forming sentences in real time. Even if you make mistakes, your brain learns from them. How to start. Begin with simple sentences like, my name is, or I like pizza. Once you're comfortable, try describing your day. Today I woke up early, or I ate breakfast at 8 a.m. The key is to speak out loud, even if no one is listening. Pro tip: record yourself speaking. Listen to the recording and notice where you can improve. This will help you track your progress over time. Tip number 2. Use graded readers or simple stories. Instead of jumping into difficult books, start with graded readers' simple stories written for English learners. These help you learn new words without feeling overwhelmed. Plus, reading stories is fun. Why it works. Graded readers are designed for learners at different levels. They use simple language and repeat common words, so you don't get stuck on difficult vocabulary. Reading stories also helps you understand how native speakers use grammar naturally. How to start. Pick a short story that matches your level. For beginners, choose level 1 or 2. Read a few pages every day. If you don't have access to graded readers, you can find free stories online or use apps like Wap. Pro tip: highlight new words and write them down. Try using these words in your own sentences later. This will help you remember them better. Tip number 3. Find a language partner. One of the best ways to improve is by talking to someone else. Find a friend, join an online group, or use apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. Practice having short conversations. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on communicating. Why it works. Talking to a real person forces you to think in English and respond quickly. It also helps you overcome the fear of making mistakes. Plus, having a partner keeps you motivated. How to start. If you don't know anyone who speaks English, join online communities like language exchange groups on Facebook or Reddit. Apps like HelloTalk and Tandem connect you with native speakers who want to learn your language. Pro tip: set a goal for each conversation. For example, ask your partner to teach you 5 new words, or practice describing your favorite hobby. This will make your practice sessions more focused. Tip number 4. Watch movies or videos in English. Pick your favorite movie or TV show and watch it in English. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles, and finally try watching without any subtitles. This will train your ears to understand real-life conversations. Why it works. Movies and videos expose you to natural English, the way people actually speak. You'll learn slang, expressions, and pronunciation that textbooks don't teach. How to start. Choose a movie or show you already love. First, watch it with subtitles in your native language. Then, switch to English subtitles. Finally, challenge yourself to watch without any subtitles. Pause and rewind if you miss something. Pro tip. Focus on one character or actor. Repeat their lines after they speak. This will help you improve your pronunciation and fluency. You can also write down interesting phrases and use them in your own conversations. Learning English is not easy, but it's also not impossible. The key is to stay consistent and enjoy the process. Celebrate your small wins, like learning a new word or having your first conversation. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who's struggling to learn English. Also, subscribe to my channel for more tips like this. And don't forget to comment below. What's one challenge you face when learning English? Let's solve it together.